Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are uncorking one of France's most legendary wine regions, the Côtes du Rhône. We're going to take a trip down a river that literally splits a world of wine in two. So let's just jump right in with the big question that frames our whole story. You've got one river, the Rhône, but it produces two totally different styles of wine. How on earth is that possible? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out. So picture this. We're traveling along a 200-kilometer stretch of the Rhône River in southeastern France. This isn't just a line on a map, It's the absolute lifeblood of the region. Every curve, every sun-soaked hillside, and yeah, even the wind itself has a story to tell, and you can taste it in the wine. And the roots here, they run deep. We're talking about the Romans being the first to plant vines, kicking off a legacy that's lasted thousands of years. Then you fast forward to the 14th century, the Pope actually moves to Avignon, and suddenly the local wines get so famous they're nicknamed the Pope's wines. And then, in the 20th century, the Rhône helps create the French Quality Control System, the AOC, locking in its reputation for top-tier quality. That history is only one piece of the puzzle. The real magic? It's the terroir. You've got three main players on the field here. First, the famous Mistral wind, which is this powerful dry wind that acts like a natural hairdryer, keeping the grapes healthy. Then you have the intense Mediterranean sun, just bathing everything in light and ripening the grapes perfectly. And finally, you have this incredible patchwork of soils, granite, clay, sand, each one adding its own unique little signature to the final wine. All right, let's start our journey up in the powerful, crazy steep slopes of the northern Rhône. This is a place that's all about one grape and one grape only. And here it is, the Great Divide. The north, it's got a cooler, more continental climate. The vineyards are these dramatic steep terraces carved into granite hillsides, and the focus is almost 100% on the Syrah grape. Then you head south, and boom, it's pure Mediterranean. It's warmer, the landscape softens into rolling hills, and it is all about the art of blending grapes, with Grenache leading the charge. Two totally different worlds sharing the same riverbank. So, the undisputed king of the north is Syrah. This grape loves the cooler weather up here. It makes these big, powerful, structured wines. We're talking firm tannins, that drying feeling you get in your mouth, kind of like with strong tea, and this wonderful bright acidity that keeps it all fresh. The classic aromas? Think blackberries, a crack of black pepper, and violets. Yeah, Syrah is definitely not a shy grape. And this is where that Syrah becomes legendary. You've got these world-famous names like Côte Rôtie and Hermitage making reds that can age for decades. Cornas gives us these super intense tannic versions. And then you've got the one exception, Condrieu, which makes these absolutely stunning white wines from a grape called Viognier. These are, without a doubt, the crown jewels of the north. Okay, check out this fascinating little local trick. In Côte Rôtie, which literally means the roasted slope, they do something unique. They take that big, powerful Syrah and they ferment it with a tiny bit of the white Viognier grape. Now, you'd think that would water it down, right? Nope, it actually does the opposite. It makes the color more stable and just lifts the aromatics, adding this incredible, elegant floral note. It's pure winemaking magic. Okay, let's head downriver. The valley starts to widen, the sun feels a bit warmer, and the whole philosophy of winemaking changes. Welcome to the southern Rhône, the land of the blend. And the vibe here is completely different. Gone are the steep, imposing slopes. Instead, you get these beautiful, wide-open rolling hills. One of the most iconic things you'll see are the galettes roulées, these big, smooth, rounded stones that cover the ground. They soak up the sun's heat all day and then radiate it back onto the vines at night, kind of like little space heaters, making sure every grape gets perfectly ripe. Now, if Syrah is the brooding king of the north, then Grenache is the warm, generous heart of the south. Grenache absolutely loves the heat. It gets super ripe, which means it develops lots of sugar, creating these softer, rounder wines. The tannins are much less aggressive. The flavors are all about juicy red fruits. Think ripe strawberries and cherries, with maybe a little hint of spice. It's just so inviting. But here's the thing, Grenache rarely flies solo. The South is all about teamwork. It's like a symphony of grapes. Grenache is your lead violin, bringing all that warmth and fruit. Syrah, our friend from the north, plays a supporting role, adding some structure and spice. Then you have Mourvèdre, which brings deep color and complexity, and other grapes like Cinsault come in to add freshness. Each one has a very specific job to do. And when they all come together, the results are amazing. The most famous name, of course, is Chateauneuf-du-Pape, known for its powerful, complex red blends. But you also have incredible wines from places like Gigondas and Vaqueras. Oh, and let's not forget Tavel, an entire area that's dedicated to making some of the best, most serious dry rosé in the world. Now get this, if you really want to understand just how complex blending can be in the South, just look at Chateauneuf-du-Pape. By law, winemakers there are allowed to use up to 13, that's 1-3, different kinds of grapes in their red wine. It's pretty much the ultimate expression of the art of the blend. Okay, so we get the two different regions. But how does this help you when you're staring at a wall of wine bottles? Well, this next part is your cheat sheet. It's a guide to decoding a Rhône wine label so you know exactly what you're getting. So the quality system is basically a pyramid, and it's actually pretty easy to understand. At the big, wide base, you've got Côtes du Rhône. These are your everyday, delicious, great value wines, a perfect place to start. A step up from that is Côtes du Rhône villages. These come from specific, higher quality areas with stricter rules, so you get more concentration for not much more money. And then at the very top, the pinnacle, you have the crus. These are the best of the best from 17 top villages like Hermitage or Gigondas, where the wine is so good, the village name is all you need on the label. So what clues should you look for? First, the AOC name. Are you at the bottom of the pyramid or the top? Second, and this one is so important, look at the producer's name. Just like with anything, the brand is often a huge indicator of quality and style. And also, keep an eye out for phrases like vieille vigne. That means old vines, which usually gives the wine more intense flavor. Or reserve, which tells you it's a special bottling that the winemaker is particularly proud of. So, from the dramatic, steep slopes to the sun-drenched fields, let's pull it all together and take a quick look at where this incredible region is going next. Really, the big takeaway here is this amazing split personality. Whether you're in the mood for a powerful, peppery, structured Syrah from the north, or you want a warm, fruity, generous blend from the south, the Rhône Valley literally has a world-class wine for just about every taste out there. But, you know, a region this old isn't just stuck in the past. It's facing modern challenges, especially climate change, head-on. There is a huge push towards sustainability here. We're seeing more and more organic and biodynamic farming, smarter water use, and a real focus on biodiversity. They're making sure the Rhône is going to be thriving for centuries more. And that journey brings us right back to you. After traveling down the river and seeing these two incredible, distinct worlds of wine, I have to ask, which one are you going to explore first? Are you heading for the powerful, structured Syrah of the north, or the warm, generous blends of the south? There's no wrong answer. Cheers!